Hey, what's up, guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net, bringing you guys the watch list for next week, the week of June 22nd, 2015. It is Father's Day weekend, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope everybody's having a good weekend, studying up and preparing for Monday. Uh, got a pretty good group of stocks on the swing watch list this week, so sit tight. We'll be back in just a second and we'll get into those. Alright, guys, welcome back. First one up we're going to talk about is COWN. Been on our watch list for quite some time. We're still holding a full position on this one. We started in at 550 off this big sell-off and are still holding, putting in a nice little ascending or descending triangle right now. Nice support here around 608, 610, 605. We have our stop at $6, so if we don't hold above this and manage to start falling through that support, we'll get stopped out, but still locking in a decent amount of profits. So watching this nice, flag that's forming right here, and gonna look for it to break to the top side of this pullback and hopefully continue higher, break through our 640 area of resistance right up here. That's going to be the area we're going to be watching if we break through this consolidation here. Alright, so next up on the list is UAM. We started a position on this one on June 8th, and we got in at 1033. So we're buying the pullback here and the break higher off of this flag here. So that's the day that we got in, 1033, and are still holding it and looking to see if we can get above this $11 area coming into next week and start putting in some new highs. Move stops up on this and have profits locked in, as anybody else should if they were in that one as well. So next week we're going to be looking at this $11 area of resistance and want to see some closes above that. This might need to flag a little bit or consolidate, or it may just break that area right first thing Monday. RSI is not quite overbought, so we still got room to move on that, which would give us a nice breakout above 11. Next up on the list is IDRA. Trying to play this nice cup handle setup here on the bottom of this hopefully downtrend reversal. Going to be watching this 390 area on Monday to see if we can get a break and close above that area. After breaking this little consolidation, had a huge gap up and tested that 390 area again, but was unable to hold on to that. Came back down, and towards the end of the week I started grinding back up again to that area. So very significant area here in the 390s, as you can see just by looking at this area of the chart over here. So watch that. If we get a break above that, I'll probably be looking for entry into this thing. Was so tempted on this day when we gapped up and started running to that area. The reason I did not take a position on this is the move was already pretty large relative to the size of moves that happen in this chart, and I didn't want to be purchasing at a resistance area of 390. And obviously that was a good choice for me because the stock immediately pulled back towards the end of this day as well as the following day, and now kind of returning. So I'll be watching that 390 area, see if we get a close above it, and if we do, I'll be looking to start a position on that with trying to use that 390 area as a new support area once it's broken, with a stop right below that, anticipating a move hopefully up to this 440, 445 area. Next up on the list is PETS. So this is a former trader here, still in a insanely strong uptrend, just basically climbing straight up. We got to play on this pullback here. That was our buy and turned into a really nice swing that we were able to hold for quite a while. I think I ended up getting stopped at 1650s or somewhere around here on this big sell-off day. And now we're looking to possibly get into a trade on this again. We got a nice multi-top right here. Broke out of that 1750 area and looking like we're trying to put some new highs in and actually testing all-time highs. So if we look at a longer time frame here, you guys can see this 1750s 1770 area is a huge area of resistance. So maybe we'll see a pullback before we break above that. If not, and this 1750 area starts to hold as support, I'll look for a position on that. That has a decent amount of risk and looks like we could break higher and put in, new all-time highs. So great chart. Traded it once and still very strong, holding on to its uptrend. Had a huge sell-off right here, which would have been a nice advantage to take a trade like we did on COWN, but kind of hard to read there. You see it came right through the 50-day, so it would have been a little bit tough to read, but it was a huge sell-off that occurred, but the uptrend held on and continued higher. So look into next week for 1750 area holding as support and possibly giving us an opportunity to get a position on this, anticipating breaking out to all new all-time highs. Next up on the list is BANC. Interesting little chart here. Super steep uptrend and grinding up pretty hard, putting in a double top up here at 1387. Double top here as well, so pretty significant area of resistance. And a huge engulfing candle on that doji Friday, and want to see if maybe this thing's ready to continue its uptrend and start heading higher. Our next resistance area is going to be right up here at 1475. So if we can get a trade on this break above this resistance area here, 1390s, 80s, then that could give us a good risk reward, anticipating that our next area is going to be up here in the 1475, 1470s. If we get that break, continue this trend, and that 1390s area does hold as support. Next up on the list is FBP. So we got a nice little wedge consolidating here on FBP. It's in a decent uptrend and now has been consolidating tightly. We might need a little bit more time for this to continue to consolidate into this wedge, but definitely going to be looking for a break to the top side of that and possible entry if we see that. So keep that one on watch, and we'll see if we break through that wedge. We got support here around $6, so that'll be the area. If we break that support, then the whole idea is broken, and I'd be bearish on the chart. Next up on the list is WSBF. Interesting little chart here. I think only made it on my scanner because of the relative volume. It's had a lot of volume the last month, and it's a chart that's been on a relatively strong uptrend for quite some time, and it's now kind of just hanging out in this channel. It's got support here at 1270s and putting in a multi-top up here around those 1330s, and want to see if we're going to break out of that multi-top. So coming off our support area here, we started putting in some lower highs and our push and test to that resistance, and if we break through that with the volume that's been coming in, it could set us up for a pretty nice size move. So we'll watch this next week, see if we can get above that 1330s area and start seeing some closes above it and possible strength with more relative volume coming in. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Also, check out our website, eatsleeptrade.net. From there, you can follow me on Twitter as well as like our Facebook page so you can stay up to date on all the stocks that we're watching and trading. Alright, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.